You are insanely powerful. In fact, you are an expert manifester, whether you even knew it or not. But here's the problem. You've been manifesting shit that you don't want your entire life. In fact, you're doing it right now. And today I'm going to show you exactly why this is happening and how you can flip the script so you can actually start manifesting and creating, building, and becoming the things you actually want in your life. Everything in your life right now, from the person that you are to the lifestyle that you live, to the amount of money you make, the relationships you have, in fact, all the characters in your story, all the circumstances in your life, you technically manifested all of it. But here's my question. If you look around, did you actually manifest what you want? Probably not. Maybe in some areas you're satisfied or you have what you want, but if you're being brutally honest with yourself, I would venture to bet you'd realize that you aren't quite who or where you want to be, and you don't quite have the things that you want to have. And the reason is because you've been manifesting unconsciously this entire time, creating from your default programming instead of from your true desires and what you actually want. Hey family, welcome back. Or if you're new here, I'm Chris. I made $1 million in my business by the time I was 25, and now I'm documenting my journey and what it actually takes to earn $1 million a year doing what you love and manifest your dream life. On this channel, I share what's helped me and hundreds of other people win in life and work. So if you want to start winning at the level you know you're actually capable of, be sure to subscribe. So first, I want to ask a question. What is manifestation? So I'm going to define manifestation for you because most people have this completely wrong, or they make it sound like it's some magical, mystical shit, and it drives me crazy. Manifestation is simply a thought or idea brought to completion, fully realized in your physical reality. It's your ability to create results in your life, to take an idea or a thought and turn it into reality. It's a thought or idea fully realized. And we have several tools at our disposal in order to do this. We have our thoughts, and I want you to think of your thoughts. I'm going to draw like this little garden mound. Imagine your thoughts as like the seeds that you plant in a garden, and the garden is in your mind. These seeds get planted slowly over time, and they mature over time. Then you have your feelings. And imagine your feelings, this is a really shitty stick figure, but imagine your feelings are like the sensors. Your feelings are your sensors, and they communicate with the world around you all the time. And then they also signal to the universe or to reality to bring you back and to attract to you whatever matches your emotional frequency. You also have your imagination. In your imagination, I'm just going to draw like this thought bubble of sorts, because your imagination is like your mental workshop. You build images and ideas in your imagination first, and they show up in your reality later. And then the last thing is your actions. And your actions are like dominoes. Knocking one over leads to a chain of events that end up creating your results. So whether you knew it or not, or you've known it or not, you've been using these tools the entire time in your entire life to create your reality. Let me explain exactly what's been happening. You, my friend watching this, didn't realize how powerful you actually are, and you haven't until now gained control of your gift. During your upbringing, you were conditioned to become comfortable with scarcity, with chaos, and this sense of internal conflict. And since you weren't the one who installed your default settings, that's what we'll call them, you haven't been manifesting what it is you want this entire time, only the things that match who you currently are. And again, who you currently are is a byproduct of your upbringing and all the things that have happened to you or through you until now. So until you snap out of it, you're just going to create the same life for yourself that you grew up with. For me, that wasn't an option. Fuck that. And most people, it's not something that they're consciously choosing into. They just kind of look at their life and their circumstances, and it just sort of happened. And maybe you, like me one day in the past, look up and you're like, what the fuck is going on? How did I get here? Who am I? The thing is, your default programming isn't your ideal. It's not what you want. In fact, it's not even close to your ideal. Your ideal is what you'd actually want to manifest if you weren't afraid and you knew you couldn't lose. But instead, all these negative things that you think, feel, imagine, or act out have become your self-fulfilling prophecy. You've been a prisoner in a prison you didn't even realize you were in this whole time. In fact, you've been a victim to yourself. And maybe you relate to this. You look around and you see other people in the world being, doing, or having what it is that you want. And then you ask yourself, why the fuck are they winning and I'm not? Because we both know that you're more than capable of the same. In fact, you're more than capable of them. If you got out of your own fucking way, we both know that you want it, even if you tell yourself you don't and you say you don't to other people. And we both know, again, if you just got out of your own way, you'd surpass everything that you'd ever think was possible and manifest exactly what you want. And the most painful thing is knowing deep down that you're made for more, but then you're not living up to it. You're getting in your own way, you're holding yourself back, and you're manifesting from a place of misalignment instead of empowerment and possibility. But it does not have to stay this way. So I'm going to explain something to you really quick that I like to call the windshield and the rear view analogy. So this is the windshield, this is the rear view. And this is the secret to manifesting what it is you want. You must get mentally, emotionally, and behaviorally involved in what you do want. Think of it like driving a car. This is a really great analogy. You can either focus on the rear view mirror, which represents your current or past circumstances that aren't what you want, or you can drive safely and focus on the windshield and stay present in the driver's seat and stay focused on the future that you do want, the vision that you've created for yourself and your life in the future. When you stare into the rear view mirror, you're going to create and continue to manifest all the shit you don't want. But when you stare into the windshield, guess what happens? You're going to manifest exactly what you do want. There's a reason why windshields are bigger than rear view mirrors in cars and why this analogy applies to your life. You're supposed to focus on where the fuck you're going, not where you've been. The rear view is there as a reference to learn something from, to make sure you're safe, but ultimately stay focused on the windshield. The secret is to live from your vision, to act and live as if you already have and you already are what you want. Your mind literally doesn't know the fucking difference between what you imagine vividly and what's actually happening around you. So, when you consistently think, feel, and act from your desired reality, it becomes real to your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind will start working to make your external reality to match your internal reality. It always begins within. And this isn't wishful thinking. This is understanding how your mind actually works. Your subconscious mind doesn't judge whether something is real or is imagined because it doesn't know the fucking difference. It just accepts whatever you consistently feed it and works to create it or to align with it in your physical experience. By the way, if you'd like my help with creating a crystal clear vision for the future and a step-by-step process to manifest it, you can check out my free community in the description below, or consider working with me so I can help you to shift your identity, stop self-sabotaging, and start earning $10,000 to $100,000 plus a month doing what you love. The best part, it's all for less than the cost of a cup of coffee per day. Here's my dad cup. It's badass. Cheers. Links are in the description. So, you, my friend, you have a choice to make today, okay? And what is that choice? Your choice is the windshield or the rear view. You either choose your default, which is the rear view, what you don't want, or you commit fully and choose to your ideal, which is what you do want, and the windshield. One is going to be brutally painful, annoying, and soul-crushing. One is going to be deeply fulfilling, exciting, and amazing. The choice is completely yours, and I'm asking you right now in this moment to make a fucking choice. Black or white, what do you choose? If you're not going to chicken out, you'll choose your ideal, and you'll go all in on your vision. You'll go for it. Even if the world around you doesn't reflect it yet, it will very soon, as long as you stay focused on your vision and continue to make progress towards it. And before long, like I'm experiencing right now in my own fucking life, and I have many times before, you'll be looking around and you'll no longer be manifesting shit you don't want. In fact, your life will look exactly how you pictured it in the past. And at that moment, you'll have everything that you do want. So I want to explain to you in this video how to create a clear vision so you can start making progress right away. Here is how you create this crystal clear vision. You ask yourself one powerful question. If I wasn't afraid and I knew I could not lose, who would I be? How would I live? What would I build or pursue? And then you want to write that shit down in precise detail when it comes up. Don't hold back. Don't be realistic, whatever the fuck that even is. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Just get so fucking clear on what you actually want and what you would go for when fear isn't running the show. This is your true vision. This is your true North Star, not the watered down version of what you think is possible, but what you actually want and what you can have if you commit. So once you make this choice, once you create a vision, start thinking from it daily. Start feeling as if it's already yours. Start imagining yourself as often as possible already living in that reality. And then start taking inspired actions that align with that version of yourself in your life. Remember, You are already an expert manifester. You've been doing it your entire life. You just didn't know what manifestation was or why you were doing it or what that entailed. The only difference now is that you're going to do it consciously, intentionally, and in alignment with what you actually want rather than the default, which is what you do not want. Stop manifesting from your default programming. Stop creating from fear, from scarcity, and from limitation. Stop being a victim to your own unconscious patterns and programming. Remember that you are an insanely powerful creator. You've always been an expert manifester. In fact, you can't not manifest. You're doing it all the time. Now it's time to use that power consciously to create the life and results that you actually want. Focus on the fucking windshield, not on the rearview mirror. Live from your vision. Commit that you are going to manifest it no matter what. I made a decision a long time ago. I'm not asking life to give me what I want. I'm fucking taking it. And if you're with me, you'll do the same. Commit to the vision, not the current or past circumstances. Your future self will thank you, and I'll be there to congratulate you when you're living everything that you've ever wanted, like I'm beginning to in this very moment. Be sure to comment your takeaways down below, subscribe if you found this video valuable, and by the way, you can join my free community for identity shifting and manifestation in the description, or if you're an entrepreneur, creator, or salesperson, I will personally help you to create a vision, to shift your identity to match it, so you can stop self-sabotaging and start earning $10,000 to $100,000 per month doing what the fuck you love. And the best part is, all for less than the cost of, drumroll please, a cup of coffee per day. Learn about it in the description. And my friend, my final ask, make the choice. Answer the questions that I gave you, create the vision, and commit. Go all in. And when you do that, you'll start manifesting exactly what you want. All right, family, much love, and I'll see you in the next one.